How are you doing today? I'm doing great because I have a chili with beans ration. And this is from XMRE. It is not a military MRE. This is a civilian ration. The 1300 XT series from them, which means it's supposed to have about 1300 calories. But as always, we will be checking them on that. And I'm ready to get into it because I'm hungry. Let's do it. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. We can see some of the things in here. Now, the one thing about XMRE or Nexus, their parent company worldwide out of Pembroke Park, Florida, is they source a lot of their own products. Like they have a lot of their own branded things in these usually. But let's get into it. We have crackers. And like I was saying, this is Nexus branded. So these are their branded crackers. Before I throw this away, I did want to show y'all, they actually use 5 digits for the date. So this is a 2024, 107th day is when this one was mated. So that's nice of them. I wish the actual military would switch to 2 digits for the year. So it's a little over 2 years old when I'm filming this because it's July of 2026 when I'm filming this. Anyway, spiced apples. Our chili with beans main. The spoon is brown, but look, it's got like a little serrated edge on it. See that? They're coming hard at the military rations. They got a brown spoon that looks similar, but with an upgrade. Also in the accessory kit is a napkin and some salt and pepper. Dry roasted salted peanuts. Some cheese spread. The nutrition info for the main. And some fig bars. This is also their Nexus brand. So as you can see, a lot of this is branded by them and they changed the spoon a little bit. The ration is also branded by them. So these tend to be similar to the military rations, but not exactly the same. And then the fun thing, this is their own branded flameless ration heater or FRH. And I'm actually going to use it to heat up the meal. Normally I throw the mains in boiling water. But today we're going to use theirs because I want to show you all how serious these FRHs are. So let's go ahead and get that ready. This is not like a standard military one. You don't have to fold it over. It's got a Ziploc here. It's got steam holes that go through. It's got a gusseted bottom. And then what you do is you open this up. This is the pouch. And it may look small, but it has a lot of compound in it. So we'll put that in there. And then there is a fill line. And by the way, if you buy these for yourself, all the instructions are on the back of how to do it. All right, so we put our main and the spiced apples in here. And I'm going to show you all this because it is serious. You see these 2 steam holes? I'm just going to shake it up a little bit to kind of get the water activating it. Oh, there it goes. Y'all see that? These things take off like a rocket ship once they start, and they are amazing. I mean, and it'll go for a good long while. So I'm gonna set this off screen to let all this warm up. And we're gonna start trying some snacks. First up, we have our crackers. So they're a little broken up on the corners, but we'll go ahead and try this real quick. I'm gonna have another little taste. Very bland, maybe a little more buttery than the military ones, but very, very similar, bland, very basic cracker. Okay, the cheese spread looks a little different. It's a little darker. It's got me a little bit concerned because it smells a little strong. It doesn't smell bad. It might just be a slightly different cheese than they use in the military ones. But anyway, let's give it a little try. I think that's fine. Just a little different than the ones I'm used to. Not quite as smooth, a little bit firmer. It may have dried out a little bit, but I don't think it was bad. The cheddar flavor is a little punchier than the like Velveeta flavor that I remember from standard rations. So these are what the fig bars look like. Very similar to a fig Newton. Smell good. Hold, please. Very similar to a fig Newton bar, but not exactly the same. There's more fig, and I like that. It's very sweet, but the biscuit, paste, whatever you would call the breading on the outside of a fig Newton is a little bit chalkier and not quite as good as like a commercially available fig Newton. But the flavor is still really good because you do get more fig, so it kind of balances it out. You get a little bit more good and a little bit less on the bread side. But I also need to show you all this. When I dumped everything out, this grape thing wound up over here. This is a cool off grape vitamin C. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix this and drink it. All right, so very dark purple. I can't see through it or anything. It's almost black in the top down cam. But yeah, it smells very strong of grape. The instructions on the back said to use a half a glass of cold water. I actually used about 10 ounces. So depending on the size of your glass, it didn't give ounces. So I don't know if that's right or not. All right, take this with a grain of salt because I like grape flavored things and not everybody does. But I prefer that to the cool off orange because for some reason that grape seems to cover up the vitamin C taste that you get with the orange. And I just enjoy grape flavored drinks. Time for some dry roasted salted peanuts. Pretty good portion size of them. The peanuts aren't the highest quality. I don't know if it's how they're stored or what, but they kind of got a bitter aftertaste. They don't have a very good taste while you're chewing them either. Yeah, I've had much better peanuts than that. All right, I'm gonna eat some of these snacks while we wait on that main to finish heating up. All right, I feel bad for putting the other side up when I was doing the unbagging earlier. Apples, pieces, and spice sauce. It says it's much larger on this side than it did on the other side. But I'm gonna go ahead and try these and give the main just a couple more minutes to heat up. So as y'all can see, these are very dark. They're almost as dark brown as the spoon. Smells fine, so I'm guessing it's just the spice mix makes them dark. That's pretty good. I like it because it's not too sweet. It's actually a bit more tart than I expected from a baked apple. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy finishing that while we continue to give the main just a couple more minutes. All right, so this bag is still steaming like crazy. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's going to town still. This is so hot, I can only hold it by the corners. But this is our main. I saved some crackers and some cheese spread to go with it. Ooh, hot. Looks like there's a good bit of meat in there. Nice, hearty looking chili with a lot of beans. Now this is Neck Sauce branded, so I don't know if they're using similar suppliers to the military or not. This had their branding on it. Oh, I'm getting it on my hand, and it's hot, and it's really hot. Yeah, it doesn't smell exactly like the military chili. Anyway, but let's try it. Let me give that a couple more bites. Okay, so compared to the military like chili and the normal MREs I've had before, like the Sopaco and the Warnock ones, this one does not have as much depth of flavor, but it does have a nice kick to it. Like it's a little bit spicy. The meat texture is a little bit different, but it's not bad. It's very hearty. And I'm gonna put this cheese and these crackers in it, and then we're gonna try it that way. All right, so now that I've made a mess of it, one more bite for science. That cheese gives it the just little punch of flavor that this chili kind of needed, and I really enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my supper, and then we'll do our total of calories and summary and everything at the end. All right, so let's talk about this meal. Here's the total calories for everything in the bag. And yeah, I have mixed feelings about this one. I feel like the chili wasn't as flavorful as a military chili, but it was not bad. I enjoyed it, especially once I put that cheese in there and the crackers in there to give it a little bit of crunch. I think the crackers were actually slightly better than the military ones because they had a little bit more flavor than nothing, which is what modern MRE crackers to me taste like. The cheese was a little bit punchier, but it also wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I'm used to. The spiced apples were good. They weren't super sweet. I appreciate that. The peanuts, well, here's what I think of the peanuts. They weren't, not only were they not good, they were bad. And it may just be that batch, but they had this just bitter aftertaste, almost, I don't know if it was stale or chemically, or if that batch, some of them got burnt or something and just threw the taste off for all of them. It's just not great. I didn't even finish them. And that's something that I can rarely say about peanuts. So either they need to get a new supplier for their peanuts, or maybe that's just a bad batch. That's all I'm going to say about that. But, and the grape drink was good. Now, oh, and their flameless ration heaters are the cat's meow. Straight up. Great, great flameless ration heaters. So would I buy this over a standard military MRE? Me personally, no. No, I wouldn't. Now, the pros of these things are you can get them a lot fresher. So if you want fresh MREs, that's hard to do with military ones. Typically, the Army or the military auctions them off after, I think, about 3 years after they hit their inspection date. And that's when they go out on the market. So the ones you buy for usually reasonable to cheap prices are usually already 3 years old. These you can buy direct from, XMRE, fresh. Now, this particular menu was provided to the channel. It was given to me by Brad's Journey, and his information will be in the pinned comment if y'all would like to check his channel out. And he told me to stop saying thank you so much. So I'm only going to mention it that one time, but y'all should go check his channel out. However, if you buy these, you can get them real fresh. So that is one pro to them. And the flameless ration heaters heat up way better and faster than the military ones in my experience. But price-wise, these tend to be fairly expensive. Now, standard military MREs fluctuate in price a lot. Sometimes they're dirt cheap. Sometimes they're just as expensive or more expensive than these. And if that were the case and you just need something like this in your preparedness kit, there's this brand. There's a couple of others that I'll be trying as well that maybe I would recommend more. But, I mean, they're not bad. The meal was good except for the peanuts, and I would totally eat it again. I actually own a case of these that I haven't opened yet. So maybe one day we'll crack into that and do a straight up comparison of 1-to-1 military to that kind of thing. But yeah, I think for me, I'm not as worried about the shelf life because I rotate my stock. But that's my opinion about these sorts of things. But anyway, let me know what your opinion is. Get down in the comments and let me know, have you ever tried this? Did you prefer it to a military ration? I'm curious. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Later! And for bonus content, the day I'm filming this is 2 days before our next big live, or 3 days? 3 days till our next big live stream, so we're kind of gearing up for that. I have a package. Hang on, I'll show y'all this. This will be your bonus teaser thing. All right, so here you go. Here's your sneak peek. This box, even though it looks like it's a Vita coconut water box, is a package that I had shipped from Britain. Now, I paid for the items in this box, or at least most of them. The person I bought them from is a friend from the MRE community. So they were kind enough to, and they live in Britain. So they were kind enough to hook me up and ship me a few things, and I just kind of reimbursed them for it. And they said they threw a few freebies in here as well. So I'm excited to see what that is. Maybe me and my wife will do another little unboxing or something. But yeah, so maybe me and my wife will film opening that up. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I really enjoy opening and eating these kind of rations, even the ones I don't like. It's always a fun experience to just sit here and try this. I love trying food. I mean, if y'all haven't figured that out about me yet, I love trying new food. So Whether it's good or bad, I love the experience. Of course, I love it more when it's good, because then it's pleasant all the way through. But it's a fun experience regardless. I hope to see you all on the next one. Later. Later.